Hello everyone, Ice McFall here, and welcome back to some more Raspberry Flavored. It has been quite a while, of course, since my last episode, sorry about that. But today, what we're going to be doing is getting the train going, of course. I've been putting this off for quite a while. We had to get that zinc farm, of course, before, and why is there like some effects going on? What in the world? But yeah, we need that zinc because train tracks requires sturdy alloys and iron nuggets. And the sturdy alloys, we need zinc and sturdy stone to make the sturdy alloys. So that's why I have that zinc farm. So now all we need to do, just set up a train track maker kind of thing. Like I'm thinking of just doing a assembly line real quick because it is actually more efficient to make train tracks using this recipe sequence with the conveyor belts. So I'm going to use this side of my factory because this is where I have the assembly line for making precision mechanisms, I believe. Oh, and then this one is actually for sturdy casing. But yeah, there's room right here for me to just set up a train tracks assembly line. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on that. So theoretically, this should work. I actually am trying to make this a little more easy to use compared to what's over here. Because over here, you have to put everything directly into the deployers. I have to be like, oh yeah, this needs large cogwheels. Actually, this other one might. But you know, like this one needs small cogwheels. This one needs iron nuggets. You have to put those directly into the hand. But over here, I want to just use these barrels, and I want to have some item frames on top of these hoppers, and I think that'll just make everything more obvious as to where you put things, and it's all easily available right here. This one, I just realized I forgot to power the deployers. How did I forget that? All right, well, let me power these real quick. I conveniently have some encased chain drives, so I'm just gonna use those, and that should power the deployers now. So I'm gonna go ahead and put these sturdy alloys back into here. And as you can see, train tracks are being produced. So I can grab this. Oh, incomplete. Oh, I put zinc in here. That's why. So this needs to be sturdy alloy. There you go. Zinc is how you make the sturdy alloys. And there we go. I could take these out and filter that, flip it around, and now these train tracks are actually going in. I'm going to put that incomplete one in there, and that's going to be complete as well. And yeah, I get 4 for each one, so this is actually pretty efficient. So this one has 14 nuggets, 10 sturdy, or 4 sturdy alloys. Let's put 10 more sturdy alloys in here. And then I'll go ahead and put 10 sturdy alloys in there. And that should make us quite a few train tracks. That's 48. Alright, so I got the item frames in and I just made a whole bunch more tracks. 40. We're going to go ahead and see if this is going to be a good amount or not. So I have an update, and that is that I did not end up setting the train tracks outside here along the bridge. Like, I made this bridge with the intention of doing the train tracks along it. However, I didn't like how it looked in front of the factory because I couldn't get an actual perfect circle anyway. I had to have the circle go all the way around. But regardless, it's like I would go across the bridge and I have this little piece right here so that I wouldn't have to walk over the tracks. But whenever I go inside the factory, I still had to walk over the tracks. So I just didn't really like how that was. It's like tracks just going everywhere here would be a little weird because you'd be walking over the tracks and stuff. I don't really get how I would make that look nice. So what I'm doing instead is actually having the tracks be underground, and that is actually going to keep the use of this bridge because, as you may know, the bridge goes all the way down there. So I actually have an inside of this bridge that I can use. So what I plan to do is have tracks go along underneath the bridge here, and then I'll have an area down there where it can go and collect any of this stuff that's being automated. And I've actually gone and gotten that started. It's actually been a little while since that last clip, so yeah, it's I got a little bit confused about what I was gonna do. And this is actually the basement floor one. There's another basement floor, but here is our top basement floor. And as you can see, I actually have built the walls and a roof and a floor. And I think it looks somewhat nice. Even if it doesn't look great, it's still something because before it was all just super open and, it wasn't great. So I've done that. And out here, I've cleared out everything. So this whole entire, the inside of this mountain is hollow. Well, I say mountain, but it's island. The inside of this island is now hollow, and I placed some dirt in here for now. But that's where I've also moved my nether portal, right here. And through here, this is the train tracks. They do a full circle around this room, and then they go underneath the bridge, all the way to the end where I will have an area underneath all my automatic farms for the train to go and collect everything. And I will also have an area up there where I can work on powering everything because, of course, up there is still where I have shafts going and powering all of my create farms. I think it's pretty nice. I just need to work on this, make this a lot more compact, and then I'll do the same thing where I actually cover that up, similar to how I cover the mess inside of here up. And then we'll also need to make this floor nice as well. And also get rid of the little gap between floors, as you can see right there. I need to put in put in some walls there. But yeah, it's looking pretty nice. Of course, I also need to have in the casing. I need that casing to go all the way down here. So that's all similar as well. So I have a few things to work on. So what I've actually done, I'm going to hop into my creative world real quick and show you something. So this is actually the chain design I've come up with. And I know it looks really bad, but honestly, I couldn't do much better. I tried my absolute best, okay? I did a stream, and that's where I built this. And yeah, like I said, I tried, so don't judge too hard. Um, this is probably what we're gonna be doing. We're probably gonna be doing this design. So I'm just gonna take a quick screenshot of this, and then I'm gonna try to build it in the server. So let's go ahead and try to do that. The first thing we're gonna need is actually a train station. So what does that cost? Train casing and a compass. Brass casing easily. I can make that. Tough sheet, powdered obsidian, spout lava, and press it twice. So it's not too crazy. So luckily I have this random press over here with a hand crank on the end. That's good. So what I need to do is I need some lava. Fill the spout with that somehow. So I'm having to do a lot more than I initially planned. All you really need to do is have this drain here. Put the lava in. Take the hand crank. And then... Oh, we need another cog actually. Do I have... Yeah, I have cogs. Perfect. Attach that. And then there we go. We got our lava. And then it's in there. So I can then use this cog to power, not cog, we can use the hand crank. But we're going to need to put up obsidian dust under here. Do I have any just chilling? Yeah, powdered obsidian. Boom. It gets spout. Alright. I just said it gets spout. Okay, whatever. And then we take our press and then hand crank that. And we just do this twice, and then it should give us what we need for some train casing. I just placed down the brass casing and then tough sheet, and there we go. This is our train casing, and then train station. It actually gives us two, which is nice. I'm probably gonna build this right here. This is gonna be the best place, or maybe in the back because this is where I want the vaults to be, where we have our storage. So I don't actually know where the center of all this is. Oh, it's right here. Okay, then let's do it right here then. Right there. Because I might want to put the vaults over here. Alright, so now we need train. We need more train casing. We need train casing for bogies. Oh my goodness. Okay. So basically I'm just gonna have to do the what I just showed you a couple more times to get myself two bogies. Okay, so I finally got the casing. So there we go. And then I don't know where I wanted the other bogey to be, but yeah, I have the screenshot. So I think I'm just gonna go ahead and start building this now. And I'll see you when I built it, I guess. I'm just gonna refer to my screenshot. I think it was all just like deep slate and stuff, so it shouldn't be too difficult. Okay, I just had to show off. I just got the metallic madness advancement apparently because I made bronze. Is it here? It is. So I've gotten all 13. But as you can see, this is how it's looking so far. It's not exactly what I built before, but I thought I'd switch it up a little bit. Don't really know why, but I did. So this is what it's looking like right now. I'm just trying to get in this little whistle, and that's why I made the bronze. I did realize I'm gonna need another chain casing though, because this is actually two bogies. And then I'm gonna have one more bogey for the separate little area where the vaults are. Okay guys, it's the moment of truth. This is how the train looks. I tried to make the wheels actually kind of fit as well. Like in my creative world when I built this, the wheels were kind of just all over the place. So I made sure it was on the edges here. And for this one, I moved up the wheels a little bit. I was going to do it over here, but my train station just wouldn't allow me to move it any further up. So moment of truth, will this work? Assemble. Attach at least one forward-facing train controlled block. Okay, so we just need train controls. I completely forgot about train controls, not gonna lie. We need a precision mechanism, train casing, and a lever. Yet another train casing. Okay, I've gotten everything, so all I need to do, craft the train controls, and everything should already be glued in here, so it shouldn't be a big deal. Oh, I also didn't even place in the flooring here, but train controls will go right there. I'll just put a slab there so you don't see that. I'll leave it for now. I'll probably add a carpet in. I did that in my creative world. I just forgot about it here, but that's completely fine. Let's see if we can assemble this now. There we go. It is assembled. So there is a slight problem. I had to straighten out the rails so I could add this bogey here, which means these aren't going to be connected. I don't know how big of a deal that's going to be. I'm going to move this train to another station, and then I'm going to fix those rails. Let's do there, and then put it there, and then this will be a train station. What would I want to call this? I'll just call it Station 2. And then I'll call the other one Station 1 for now. Let's head back there. So you will be Station 1. So now, let's see if we can... Will these doors close whenever we... They will. And what if we F5? We can kind of see what's going on. Alright, let's see if we can make our way to the other station. Hold space. Are we actually going to be able to do this because... Okay, this is considered at the station apparently. It's not quite what I envisioned. I don't know why I envisioned this would work out well. We're not going to be able to disassemble the train here either. But that's okay, because later on, we will be. We have a working train, guys. Oh, and now we approached the, this track. Okay, let's get out. And let's fix this. And then we should be able to get back to Station 1 like this, right? Yay. We can. Okay, perfect. There we go. We have a train, guys. We're gonna start using this next episode. For now, it's just kind of useless, but that's okay. I actually have something to show you before the end of this episode, so let's head to David and Luca's base. So here we are at Luca and David's base, their seed temple, and Luca has told me that they were actually on and did something. to their temple. And oh my god, this is the first time I'm seeing it. Goodness. Yeah, they definitely dug out quite a big area. What in the world is going on here? Okay, I'll ignore that. They dug out a huge dome here. I think he said they used a create schematic cannon to place in the dome. I don't know that much about what the plan would be from here on. That is kind of cool that they actually got this whole dome going. So thank you all for watching. I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.